Tomorrow morning, you will receive such great news. The name is out. You are the one who was part of something viral. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning to news so incredible, so life-changing, that it feels as though heaven itself has orchestrated it. Your name is in the spotlight. You are at the center of something extraordinary, a story that will touch countless lives. It's not just about fame or recognition, it's about being a part of a divine purpose, something far bigger than you ever imagined. This is not a coincidence. This is God's plan for you, unfolding in a way that will leave you amazed and humbled. Are you ready to embrace this blessing? Are you prepared for the miraculous? Jesus Christ has orchestrated something extraordinary for your life. And tomorrow morning, the world will know that you were chosen for this moment. God's timing is always perfect. The Bible teaches us that there is a time and a season for everything under heaven. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1. You may have been waiting for a breakthrough, for clarity, or for your purpose to unfold. Perhaps you felt forgotten, overlooked, or unsure of your direction. But let this message serve as a reminder. God's timing is never late, and His plans are always perfect. When Jesus works in your life, He does so with precision and care. If you are receiving this message today, it is not by accident. It is God's way of preparing your heart for what is about to come. The great news that will unfold tomorrow morning has already been written in heaven. It is part of a divine story, one that God has been weaving together since the day you were born. The power of being chosen. Throughout the Bible, we see examples of people who were chosen by God for extraordinary purposes. From David, a young shepherd who became king, to Mary, a humble girl chosen to bring the Savior into the world, God's plans often take us by surprise. These individuals didn't seek fame or recognition, they simply said yes to God's call. Tomorrow, when the news comes, you will realize that you, too, are part of a greater purpose. Your name is known not just on earth, but in heaven. You were chosen to be part of this story, and your role is unique and irreplaceable. In John 15 verse 16, Jesus says, "You did not choose me, but I chose you and appointed you so that you might go and bear fruit, fruit that will last." This is your calling. God has chosen you to bear fruit, to bring light into the world, and to be a testimony of His grace and power. What does it mean to go viral in God's kingdom? When we think of something going viral, we often imagine a moment of fame, a video, a message, or a story that spreads like wildfire. But in God's kingdom, going viral means something even more profound. It means that the impact of your life, your testimony, and your faith reaches far beyond what you could ever imagine. It's about touching hearts, transforming lives, and glorifying God. The news that will come tomorrow morning is not just about you, it's about what God is doing through you. It's a reminder that your life has significance, that your story matters, and that your faith can inspire others. You may feel unqualified, but God specializes in using the ordinary to accomplish the extraordinary. In 1 Corinthians 1 verse 27, Paul writes, "But God chose the foolish things of the world to shame the wise, God chose the weak things of the world to shame the strong." You don't have to be perfect or powerful for God to use you. All you need is a willing heart and faith in His promises. The morning of miracles. As you prepare for tomorrow morning, take a moment to reflect on the miracles God has already performed in your life. The fact that you are reading this message is itself a miracle, a sign that God is speaking directly to your heart. He wants you to know that He is with you, that He is working on your behalf, and that He has something incredible in store for you. In Isaiah 43 verse 19, God declares, "See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up, do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland." This verse is a promise for you. Tomorrow morning represents the new thing that God is doing in your life. He is making a way where there seemed to be no way. He is bringing hope, joy, and restoration into your circumstances. How to prepare your heart, as you anticipate this great news. Here are some ways to prepare your heart. Pray with expectation. Approach God with a heart full of faith and gratitude. Thank Him in advance for the blessings that are coming and ask Him for the wisdom to steward them well. Trust His plan. Even if the news comes in a way you don't expect, trust that God's plan is perfect. He knows exactly what you need and when you need it. Stay humble. Remember that this moment is not about elevating yourself, but about glorifying God. Use this opportunity to point others to His love and grace. Be ready to act. When the news comes, be prepared to step into the role God has called you to. Whether it's sharing your testimony, helping others, or stepping out in faith, be ready to say yes. The role of faith in receiving blessings. Faith is the key that unlocks the blessings of heaven. Hebrews 11 verse 1 defines faith as the confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. Even before the news arrives tomorrow morning, have faith that God is already at work. Trust that His promises are true and that His plans for you are good. Jesus often said to those He healed, "Your faith has made you well." Faith is not just believing in the possibility of miracles, it's living as though the miracle has already happened. It's walking in confidence, knowing that God's favor is upon you, sharing the blessing with others. When you receive the great news tomorrow morning, don't keep it to yourself. The blessings God gives us are meant to be shared. Whether it's through words, actions, or simple acts of kindness, let the joy of this moment overflow into the lives of others. Jesus said in Matthew 5 verse 16, "Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." Your story, your breakthrough, and your testimony have the power to inspire and uplift others. Be a vessel of God's love, shining His light into the world. What if the news is different than expected? Sometimes, God's blessings come in unexpected packages. The news you receive tomorrow morning may not look like what you anticipated, but that doesn't mean it's any less significant. Trust that God knows what He's doing and that His plans for you are always for your good. Jeremiah 29 verse 11 reassures us, "For I know the plans I have for you," declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Even if the news is different than what you imagined, it is still part of God's perfect plan for your life. In conclusion, you are chosen for this moment. Tomorrow morning represents a turning point, a moment when God's plans for your life will become clearer. Whether it's through recognition, an answered prayer, or a new opportunity, this news is a reminder that you are deeply loved and chosen by God. As you await this moment, hold on to the truth of Psalm 37 verse 4, "Take delight in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart." Your wait is over. The name is out. You are the one who was part of something viral, not for your glory, but for the glory of God. This is your time. This is your blessing. Step into it with faith, gratitude, and a heart ready to shine for Jesus. Tomorrow morning, the world will know what God has already declared. You are chosen, loved, and destined for greatness.